Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. This is a rivalry game that always gets the blood pumping, both on the field and in the stands. One of the great division battles in the NFC. They've met once already this season. We'll see what kind of fireworks are in store for us here in Game 2. It's the Panthers going up against the Saints.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. This is Stewart again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. From the gun, here's Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. Stewart on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Back to throw, Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
We've got a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Back to the ground now with Stewart. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Newton on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
Now the rookie out of Tennessee. This is Alvin Kamara. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Charles Johnson's stock in trade is coming off the edge and getting to the quarterback. But he knows how to make some of those subtle moves inside to help in the run game, and he did it right there.
He's an athlete back in high school. Played football, basketball, track, so he's a mobile guy.
Mobile guy, made a nice play against the run.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Here's Breeze. It's complete. Flainer, right side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Breeze on third down. And he's got Snead. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Breeze finding Snead there for a Saint first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw is Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he is knocked down from the side. They'll get 9 there, as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Time running out here on the play clock. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Three yards left to grab here on third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
An update from Buffalo. The Bills out to an early lead against the Patriots. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. K1 short in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now the ninth-year man from LSU, Thomas Morstead, on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 19. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Here's Newton now on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. 2nd and 10, Newton again. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Haoli Kikaha. In there to bury him for a loss of 11. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. This is McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 16 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. The Patriots, they've now taken the lead over the Bills. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Breeze now. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
On first down, Breeze. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. It's the Patriots with the early lead over the Bills. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Saints on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A give. This is Kamara. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Breeze now on first down. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes, add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny, I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game, and he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On first down, Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Haoli Kikaha in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
To throw on second down is Newton. Being chased out left. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a first down throw for Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Brought in left side by Snead. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Breeze now to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaq Thompson coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Snap comes at 1. And now Breeze. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week and they won. And a little extra pressure that they're feeling right now because they haven't gotten those interceptions in this game, and they're losing.
Taken in at the 22. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. And the D looking like they may blitz. On 2nd down, McCaffrey across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Newton. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Here's Ginn. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Breeze now on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. And that one for the 49ers, now a 2-touchdown advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's got room. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jarvis Jones in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. From the 50, Newton. And pressure gets to him again. Nick Fairley in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Always got some breathing room. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. And they do finally get him at the 12. It's a big play there for the Saints. 68 yards. Red zone opportunity.
Here we go. You ready? Hey, kill. Sammy.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Breeze. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. From the gun, here's Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Panthers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Newton. This is intercepted. Picked up by Justin Burris. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Breeze to throw on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by James Bradbury. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Breeze hands to Ingram, and he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
95-56, 95-56. Left. Kill. Lady. Look three. 53. Check 52.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A fourth quarter score from the Meadowlands. The Chiefs have taken the late lead in that one. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Throwing now is Breeze. Caught on the left side by Gill. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Ready? Y'all waiting?
Trying the left side with Kamara, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On third down, Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Now it's Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Newton to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bird. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 12 yards. Let's shut it down. Now Newton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Saints, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they suffer their fourth loss so far. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been